Jungkook's point of view. The look in Wyan's eyes when I told her our relationship was done broke my heart into thousands of pieces, but I couldn't risk her being hurt or possibly worse because I was who I was. I was part of the underworld, and even if I wanted to get out of this world, I couldn't. Wyan didn't even try to ask for explanations, but I couldn't look at her either. If I would look at her, I couldn't let her go. I loved her too much. When I got to the apartment, she jumped out of the car and ran to the building. I wanted to go after her, but I changed my mind, so I went back to the wedding. I got into the restaurant feeling so angry and went straight to the table of that sucker. I grabbed his collar and started to punch his face with my whole force until I felt someone pulling me away from him and telling me to calm down. Then I told the waiter to bring me a bottle of Jack Daniels, which I drank whole. "You can't drive like this. You are messed up," my friend told me when I wanted to leave. "I'll be okay, bro, don't worry," I barely said and speedily drove to the apartment, hoping Wyan was not gone yet. But she was. I only found the ring and the necklace on the table. "Forgive me, my love." Wyan's point of view. I left before Jango came back. I didn't want to see him anymore. I was lucky that I got the 5 a.m. bus and I could leave as quickly as possible away from him. I was feeling like a zombie, like I wasn't alive. Time was passing and I tried to forget about Jungkook by getting with anything. I found a job at a company as an assistant. I went to the gym and I got my driving license. Now I am used to living without Jungkook, but even after 2 years, I was still thinking of him. I got a call from my boss telling me that I have to meet him at a young 24-year-old guy's house. He wanted to build a gym in the backyard and he needed me to show him the sketches. When I got there, I took the notebook and went inside. My boss was waiting for me in the backyard with that man who was in the pool. I couldn't see his face, but his neck and arms tattooed. I could never forget it. He turned to look who came, and my suspicions had been confirmed. He looked at me with wide eyes. "Good afternoon," I said softly because my voice was struggling, and I noticed I was shivering. "Good afternoon, Wyan," my boss answered. "Good afternoon, Wyan," he said as well, staring at me, and I could see he was as shocked I was. His eyes were shining and had goosebumps on his skin, but I knew it wasn't from the water. He came out of the pool with water drops falling from his hot body and came to me, raising his hand for handshaking. I did the same, and when I touched him, I felt chills all over my body. But instead of shaking hands, he grabbed mine and kissed it, looking in my eyes. "Wyan, please do the calculations for the materials and show Mr. Jungkook the catalog and the sketches so he will have an idea, okay? I have to leave because I have something I urgently have to do." "Okay, sir." I saw Jungkook from the corner of my eye coming closer to me when my boss left, but I pretended not to see him. I wanted to explain the process, but he took my notebook away from my hands. "Leave this," Jungkook said and put it on the sunbed. My heart was pounding out of my chest when he tried to kiss me, but I turned my head. "Jungkook, For 2 years I tried to forget you. 2 years took me to get better, and now you appear in my life again and destroy everything I have done? I said without looking at Jungkook. Jungkook raised my chin and tried to kiss me again, but this time I didn't stop him. Suddenly, Jungkook raised me in his arms, making me throw my legs around his waist, taking me inside the pool. And we did it together after a very long time. I was melting, and I realized that I missed his touches so much that I couldn't stop him. Jungkook's point of view. I was in the pool waiting for the assistant from the company to get done the papers and be able to start building the gym. When I turned my head and saw that miss who walked in my backyard was Yeon, I got blocked. She was hot as always, but a little bit slimmer than I remembered. Her boss left, so I had the opportunity to touch the woman I missed so bad. She stepped back first, but I smiled from inside when I saw that she was still shivering under my touch, so I tried again. I was happy when I saw she was so ready for me when I took her to the pool and did it with her. I thought I will die without you, my love, I said and kissed her. Yeon's point of view. I left his arms and started to swim. You are so beautiful, Yeon. I'm so sorry I hurt you, baby, Jungkook said softly, but I didn't answer. I felt like crying, but I tried not to, so he wouldn't see how depressed I was because of him. Finally, Jango got out of the water. When he came back, he carried 2 glasses of cocktail. I got out of the water as well and took 1 glass. I was drinking by looking in his eyes. Jungkook turned me around and put the necklace he gave me 2 years ago on my neck, kissing it. Then he turned me back and put the ring on my finger. These are yours, baby. Please say something, Jungkook said when he noticed I won't say a word. I'm sorry, Jungkook, but I don't want to be a burden for you. Like, I don't want you to feel like a bodyguard when we go somewhere. You are right. I don't belong in your world, I said by getting dressed, and I left. Jungkook didn't try to stop me. He knew, so did I, that even if I didn't want to see him anymore, I had to, because I worked for him. A month had already passed, and I was praying to finish the job as soon as possible so that I could no longer be around Jungkook, because I had already begun to get crazy. We had all taken a break and sat down on the sunbeds drinking cold tea. I did my best not to look at Jungkook, but I could see him out of the corner of my eye, looking me up and down, like he was thinking of something. Yeon, can you help me with something? Jungkook asked, getting up and walking to his house. Sorry, I asked, not knowing what he meant. Come with me, please, Jungkook shouted behind him. When I went inside, Jungkook was nowhere. Jungkook, up here, he shouted. I went upstairs and came across his bedroom. He was lying on his bed. No, Jungkook, no, I said and wanted to leave the room. But he jumped out of bed, grabbed my arm, and held me in his arms, kissing me. It's hard for me to have you by my side, but not to touch you, Yeon, Jungkook whispered in my ear. I know it is for you too. It's not, I lied. It's not, Jungkook, because I have already passed over. I'm sorry you didn't, I said, but I could feel myself melting slightly in his arms. Ow, what a little liar you are, Yeon, Then why did you have goosebumps? He asked in a whisper. He started kissing me, holding me tight. Please let me go, I said, and I felt I couldn't stand it anymore. Please Jungkook, don't do this to me. God, you smell so good, he whispered, ignoring me. I want you so much, baby. I want to talk to you, please. I'm not your girl anymore, Jungkook. Please understand, I said, breathing heavily. Oh, my silly baby. You will be my girl until I die. Jungkook leaned down to kiss me, but I pulled away. No, Jungkook, I'm sorry, but we are done. I have someone else, and he's from my world. I lied. I couldn't love anyone else as long as I saw him everywhere I looked. We will see, YN. I think you have forgotten who you are talking to, Jungkook said, and the anger could be read in his eyes. And what will you do? Will you lock me again? Do it. But you should know that love by force is not possible. I turned and went outside to the others, but not before handing them the jewelry again. Those are not mine. My heart was pounding and I could not breathe. I'm sorry, sir, but I have to go. I'm not feeling well, I said, and tears began to flow down my cheeks. Why did I have to meet him again after so long? I felt a void in my heart and it hurt so bad. I avoided going to Jungkook's house again, so that I sent the company documents by email. My boss suspected that Jungkook and I knew each other before and that we had a connection, but he did not insist on finding out what. I was on a vacation and I needed to relax, so I talked to my friend to go to the sea. I had told her everything about Jungkook. She knew how much I loved Jungkook, and she helped me get over all the pain in my soul. It was afternoon when we got there, so we decided to go to a private pool. I didn't like the crowd. I had taken a golden two-piece swimsuit with a light material, so I could get a nice tan. Once there, I left my beach bag down and took off my dress. I went into the pool and the water was so nice. I swam a little and came back. YN, come on, don't be a zombie anymore. Have fun, she said, laughing. She grabbed my arm and pulled me down the sunbed. Come on. Suddenly, on the edge of the pool, I saw Jungkook. He had a glass of whiskey next to him. He looked so hot. He raised his hand to take off his glasses. It can't be possible, I whispered. What's wrong? My friend asked me. Don't look back because Jungkook is over there by the pool. Don't look. Soon, Jungkook got up and came to us. He nodded in greeting my friend. Hi, YN. Hi. I stammered. So, you are the famous Jungkook? My friend asked, giving him a smile. Sandra. He smiled. So, you are YN's new boyfriend? Jungkook asked her, but with his eyes on me. Kind of. Sandra, please. What? I will go to buy something to drink, okay? Sandra said, and she left us alone. You are looking good, YN, Jungkook whispered when we were alone. Thanks, you too. So you lied to me. About what? You have no boyfriend, YN. He's at home. He has to work, so he couldn't come with us. YN? Jungkook laughed, coming closer to me. Do you think I'm a fool, YN? Jungkook asked, and he grabbed my face, kissing me. He smelled so good as usual. Leave me alone, Jungkook, I said, and one of the guards heard me. Is everything alright, miss? he asked me, watching Jungkook. Man, mind your business. Is everything alright, miss? He asked again. Jungkook jumped and grabbed his neck, punching him like a madman. Jungkook, stop it! I screamed, but he couldn't hear me. Another man came and shot Jungkook's shoulder. What have you done? I said to that man and jumped over Jungkook, protecting him. Soon, my friend called an ambulance. I will come with you, I said scared. I'm sorry, miss, but you are full of blood. Go home and get cleaned, and you can meet us later in the hospital. When we arrived there, Jungkook was undergoing surgery. When he was ready, he was still under anesthesia and they couldn't let us in. After an hour, the doctor came and told me that he asked me to go along to see him. Jungkook smiled when he saw me. You came? So you're sorry if I die? Jungkook smirked. You are the biggest idiot. I hate you. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? I said and slapped him. Yes, baby, I'm crazy. Crazy about you. I swear you don't have to talk to me anymore. Come on, baby, lay down next to me. I just wanted to slap him so hard, so he couldn't smirk anymore. Never in your life. Ouch, he gasped with a painful expression. What's wrong, Jungkook? I asked, getting close to him, scared. I will call the doctor, I said, and I wanted to leave the room. But he grabbed my arm, pulling me over him and holding me tight. Let me go, you stupid, I said when I saw him smirking again. Jungkook raised his head and began to kiss me hard. He was just in his hospital gown, with nothing else on him. I knew Jungkook wanted to do it with me, but suddenly, one of the nurses entered the door. I jumped up and started to arrange my clothes and hair in shame. I can see you are feeling well after the surgery. The nurse addressed him, but she looked at me with a smile on her face. Police will come in a while to question you. Let them come, I'm waiting for them, Jungkook answered. Well, this is the end of today's video. The next part will be soon uploaded. Thank you for watching. Bye.